Oh, hey
Hey,
there, Zelka.
hello, and it is Jen. And we just got off a really amazing masterclass called Amplify Your Zazzle Sales in 1 Month. Elke and I were hosting and co-hosting that masterclass. And just before we get into all the details of everything, because we're going to be chatting with you for a minute, if you have not signed up for the masterclass and you want to, the link is in the comment section or the description of this video, and you can sign up. We have a masterclass happening every single day this week, even on Saturday. And each day, the masterclass is the same content. So choose one day that works for you. And then, so if you have not joined yet and want to sign up for the free masterclass, then do so before we get into all the details of what happened in our masterclass today, which was awesome. As I said, we just got off of our masterclass and we had so many amazing people online with us, and it was jam packed with value. Getting off of like a high of talking, it was almost 2 hours, which it won't be all the time, but we definitely had some really great discussions at the end and covered all of the really important 5 strategies that we talk about and we teach in our Profit by Design Academy coaching program. So that is the premise of the masterclass. We are covering what the 5 strategies are and what you need to implement them. And it was just an awesome masterclass. I'm really, really excited and happy. We actually had people join the Profit by Design Academy on live with us, which is really great. And so we want to welcome our new members into the Profit by Design Academy coaching program. And I just had this really cool envision. Like there's so many new people who are signing up right at the same time. And then we're also doing this thing called the Boost boot camp, which is part of the bonus of the Profit by Design Academy coaching program. And that's a 2-week experience in September. So it's just like a whole new group of people going to school. And I said that, like, starting college or starting high school again with a new group of people, and you're going into classes all together, which is really awesome. So welcome everybody who joined online with us, which was awesome. You signed up while we were on the masterclass. And then anyone who has joined prior, because we actually had some people sign up last week for our early bird stuff. And so if you're getting ready, because there's actually Suzanne is online here and she says she signed up for Tuesday. Looking forward to it. Awesome. So if you sign up for another week, another day during this week, then we're really looking forward to spending that time with you and getting to know you more. And so just to kind of cover what we covered, and I want to not cover everything because you have to show up live to the masterclass, but we talked about the 5 strategies and really went into in depth on what that means and why it's so important for each of those 5 strategies to be implemented all together cohesively in your Zazzle store. Because if you are missing one of those strategies, or if you don't have a proven plan, or you're not sort of on this roadmap of what we call the proven plan where we get towards where we want to go, which is your goal. I think a lot of people had some really great aha moments today because some people realized that they weren't either implementing any of the stuff or portions of the stuff. And so you have to have all of those 5 strategies working cohesively together, right? And
Yeah.
also just know that we did cover, excuse me, some results from some of our clients, and we also want to inspire you that if you are at a certain level on your like Zazzle journey right now, there is so much room for expansion in the future. We can never make any income claims, but some of the people that we speak about in the masterclass who are our clients and they have real results and real proof, they are earning 5 and 6 figures each year because of what they've implemented in their Zazzle business using the 5 strategies, which is awesome. And so we're just really, really excited to welcome, first of all, new people in. And then also, this is an opportunity for us to kind of just gloat about how wonderful it was to get to know the group of people that were on the Monday masterclass, which is today, September Monday 9th. And then also hopefully welcome anybody to watch the replay, first of all, if you have not been able to do that. If you were part of today's session and you weren't there on live, we had almost 100 people online on live, which was really awesome. And so we're looking forward to tomorrow as well. And if you have not joined, have you not signed up for the free masterclass, then you still have an opportunity to do so. We'll probably pop on each day throughout this week just to remind people as well, because even though today's masterclass is finished, doesn't mean that you can't sign up for another day this week, right? So yeah.
Even though you get the replay, it's fun to be on live because you can ask questions. Jen does a really great job of delivering everything, and then I'm in the back typing furiously, answering questions and stuff like that. And also, we just want to say, like, yes, it is definitely an introduction, and then we explain that this is not going to be, the 1 hour in your life that's going to help you solve your Zazzle journey, experience so that you can make six figures. We would be remiss if we didn't explain that, this is a year-long coaching program that people take, and even at the end of the year, they're not like at 5 and 6 figures. The reason being is because you're setting up an entire business online, and it takes time. And if we said anything differently, then you would consider us to be fools, and we're not. We're here committed to you in the long term. If you're committed to getting this to work, and it's a very viable platform, and it's so exciting to see the results from people. And yes, you start out slow. You're not going to make like $1 zillion in your first couple of months, even if maybe not even a year. But then we show you in the training in the masterclass some real life examples of students who have allowed us to share their earnings with you. We have a lot that don't allow us to do that, but they happen anyway. And that gives you the perspective of what it takes, but it also shows you, wow, you can actually make a lot of money on this platform if you set it up properly, because it's a business, right? But even in the masterclass, we give you one thing out of each of the 5 strategies that you can really focus in on and that you can actually take home and do. And it will help you to improve your sales, even if you don't sign up for the Profit by Design Academy. But as Jen mentioned right in the beginning, the part that's the most important is you can even be successful on the platform and think you're being successful. But if you don't implement all 5 strategies, then you're not as successful as you could be.
Yeah.
And also you have to implement the strategies properly, right? Because if you go like, I did this, I did that, but then if, let's say, you're not making 5 to 6 figures routinely every year, like some of our clients are making $20,000 in payouts every single month, and that's US dollars.
Yeah.
And if you're not doing that, then you haven't reached your full potential yet. And even that, like no one's come close to even what I used to make in a year, or sort of in a month. But yes, also in a year, back in the day, and still make earnings. I'm not making as much anymore because I'm focusing in on the training a little bit more. But yes, those are real numbers, and it's important to understand that that's a possibility, and that's the take home. That's the profit, right? That's a lot of people ask that question in the masterclass. Well, is that the sales? How much do you get to keep from that? And it's like, well, whatever Zazzle pays you, you get to keep unless you paid to buy a computer or to pay for your online internet or whatever. But it's not a very cash heavy investment that you have to make in terms of your actual physical things you need in order to run the business. But if you want the training, obviously there's a little bit of investment there because we charge. And then secondly, your time, right? And what we strive, and we just like push people, actually go like, could you do it in less time? Could you do it in less time? And they go like, are you kidding me? And yes, we get them to do it in less time, but make more money. And so that you can start to live that life that's more meaningful. Like, because Jen and I don't even realize that we used to have that life. We used to be like 24/7 working, trying to do something to make it work. But now our Zazzle businesses are such that we can manage them in about 4 hours a month. And we strive to get our clients to get to that earnings level that they want, and then actually only work 20 hours in a month. That's about 4 to 5 hours a week. And if that sounds ridiculous to you, it's not. It's very viable. Some people do that. Some people take even 6 to 7 months off after they've got their business running, and they don't have to do anything on their business, and it still keeps churning out that kind of cash. And I like saying kind of cash because it's sort of an alliteration, but it's kind of an awkward thing to say. But that's the point of this: is you're creating a business that's going to be sustainable, even if you take a break, and it'll give you the skill sets that if you want to increase it or even push it to another level of earnings, then you've got that skill set within our 5 strategies, and you've got our coaching options for us to help you move there faster, which is the fun part. And we're so excited that so many of our clients have been with us now for like 7 years almost. And during that time, they've constantly improved and constantly gotten higher and higher goals, and just keep coming back and asking for more training and more different levels of types of training, because they just love it, and they I like, that's all I can say. And we're excited that we can do it for them.
Yeah. Yeah. And many people come back, either they re-enroll each year, And
Mhm.
just because we have that retention of with our clients, and the Profit by Design Academy coaching program is such a cyclical thing where each year, because Zazzle advances or there's new technology or whatever, or even just understanding that building a business and then maintaining your business takes a while, right? And it's not a instantaneous gratification type thing. It's that we are building a business that can work for many years in the future. And a lot of people, they start out on Zazzle and they don't really see the future potential just because they can't really see what's in the future, right? So if you're starting now in 2024, do you actually have what's on your radar in 10 years from now? No, not really, potentially. But you know that Zazzle, if it still is working and running and existing, then you could potentially be still earning money from products that you make today multiple years in the future, which I think a lot of people get very like blindsided or short-sighted or minded or whatever it's called, because there's so much in the now nowadays. It's like everybody's on YouTube and on Instagram, and it's like consuming content like crazy, and it's the instant gratification type of thing, or you want to make money now, you want to make money today, and if you're not making money today, it means that you can't make money tomorrow, and that's not the case at all. And so we have clients who re-enroll year after year, and like Elka mentioned, we have people who come back even, so they've been on Zazzle and then they've been part of our coaching program and they've taken time to implement certain things. And then we have people who come back years later as well, because they know that our coaching and our training is legitimate and also viable. And that we know that we're talking about what we're talking about, right? And that we have helped people become successful on the Zazzle platform. And the people like swear by it who are in our client community, that if they hadn't come across us, they don't know that where they would be today physically in the online space with regards to Zazzle, because they have just received so much valuable information from our training and our coaching that just even like a masterclass a year ago has influenced somebody today, you know what I mean? And it's so cool to always think about that, because then I'm like, I like to play with people's minds sometimes on the masterclass. I'm like, you're spending this hour, and whoever's online with us right now, we're on YouTube and on Facebook, you are here online with us, listening to us, and whatever we're saying is going to influence you in some sort of way in the future, whether that be 5 minutes after we end the call, or whether that be an hour later, or even weeks later. But you're taking the time to be interactive with us here. And same with the people on the masterclass like that we had today, is that those people were online with us for that amount of time, and we significantly changed the way that they're thinking, right? And so that we know that I'm confident in the fact that we are great coaches, and that the people who we touch, whether that be in our free community or even much more so our paid community, is that you are influenced by our teachings and our coaching, and then also just the way that we are very intuitive and interactive with you, right? Where we grow with our clients and we learn about them, and we're very humble in the sense that we like to know who we are working with, and we genuinely care about each and every one of them, right? Each one of our clients. So that being said too, is that you're coming into a coaching program where it's very, very much like family oriented, right? And we're very much in a community where we're supportive and respectful, and that you're growing with us, which is really awesome.
Yeah. And we get to find out things like people got married, or they had kids, or they they just decided to buy a new house, and they're all excited to share that with us.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that's really important. But Jen's not messing with your mind. She's programming your mind in a sense that she's giving you things to think about, right? And then same with us. Like both of us, we sort of have that experience because we started so far back compared to you, that we can see now where you are and what the possibilities are because we've done it. And because of that, we really try to give you that perspective now to broaden your abilities to see what's a potential future. Now, obviously, we can never make income claims, and you have to kind of be on board with this. Like, we had a couple of people on the mastermind or in the master class that actually were like very much, you could really tell that they'd had some tough times and they were doubting, does this work? And it's like, well, we're not going to sit here and, say it works or not works. The whole presentation is basically about that it works, but it doesn't always work for everybody. And the people that it doesn't work for is actually the people that aren't ready to let it work for them, because it does work, right? Otherwise, it would never work for anybody. But there's issues with regards to maybe mindset in terms of if you're ready to allow yourself to learn those skills, etc. And I think that's one of the reasons why we're very patient and kind with everyone, because you have to just kind of get there on your own but when you're ready, we'll be ready. We'll be ready for you. There's so much history that you bring along, right? Maybe like for me, for example, for my entire life, people kept telling me I can't make money being creative. So for the longest time, I kept going like, well, I obviously won't be able to make money doing this. And it wasn't because I didn't want to. It was because I was told so often that my brain hadn't sort of said, Elka, that's probably not right. Like you just haven't had the chance to prove yourself yet, right? And instead, you're just letting all these other people tell you that, and it's in your head. And then also, if you've had experiences where you've tried it on your own, but it hasn't worked, then and it really hurt in your heart that you gave it your all and you did your best, but now you realize that all these other people are doing it, and how come it didn't work for you? And I think that's such a painful moment to be in, that sometimes you kind of lash out at others and you try to sort of make other people at fault for this. But it's actually you that has to come around and go like, okay, guess what? You just got really hurt and you're not ready yet to heal, but you will in time. But that doesn't mean that you won't be able to do it in the future. You just didn't have the right tools, right?
Mhm.
And you didn't have the right people supporting you. And this is the part that, as Jen said, we're like family. I haven't even really gotten to know some of the people that just joined recently in the Profit by Design Academy. But we already, as soon as someone joins, we have this thing in our group where we go like, ring the bell, this other person's joined. And it's not because there's extra dollars in our coffers. It's because another person is there so that we can help empower them. That is our team mission. And that is what has basically made us strive to all lengths and do a bunch of stuff just to keep getting the word out there, that we're so interested in getting people to do what they were meant to do without having any blocks, right? Where you're thriving. People come up, as Jen said, like we don't even feel comfortable when people say it, but it's true that people come up to us and go like, you've changed our lives. You've transformed my life. And it's like, how the heck did I do that? You did it all on your own. But we were there to give them the chance because we believed in them, even if they didn't believe in themselves. And that's the thing that makes this such a wonderful experience for us. And it's really important that you realize that that's where we're coming from when we're coaching, is we really love seeing the potential blossom and that people start to believe in themselves and they become a completely different person. Then instead of being down and out, all of a sudden they're going like, I can do this. And I'm so proud of this. And look what I did. And it's just, I'm speechless because it's just the best thing ever to see that progress and to be able to say, okay, these people are now financially independent, because that's the other thing, right? Money is a big thing in our lives, and you can't really do a lot of stuff if you don't have the money. And sometimes it's even just you can't afford anything because you don't have the money. But we want to get to the point where we're realizing that it's not a lot to pay for a course or do something fun or go on a vacation, because there's a lot of money out there. It's just a way that you need to kind of figure out your way to get it. And Zazzle's been a really great way for a lot of people who have been struggling elsewhere and also just looking for an alternative, because we also have people that have six-figure jobs and they come on to Zazzle and they go like, I'd rather do this. But that's why it's such a beautiful platform to be on, because it doesn't matter what your level is of income, your station in life, your what you've been taught, and what your credentials are in terms of your skill sets. You can make this work as long as you get the training. And it's like an MBA, like Jen said, we're going back to school. And this is like an MBA for Zazzle that we teach, because we've had that told to us so many times. And we're so excited that that's the level that we teach at. It's not just a little course for $9 and you get a little bit of a download and it's like, see you later, bye. No, we are invested with you. We are, sometimes even when people aren't in the course anymore, we go check on them. We go like, how are you doing?
Yeah.
Well, and like, yeah, it's like, okay, have you done this yet? You could still be making more money if you did this. And so, yeah, that's the kind of people we are. And I'm so excited that when people join our community, because we really have their back.
No, it's very, very true. It is very true. And we're always giving 1,000%. And yeah, I think people see that through our personalities too, and the way we speak online, and then the way that we treat people just, yeah, in our community and everything. So we just are really happy to start this new chapter. And then, as I mentioned in the boot camp, in the masterclass that we covered today, which if you've signed up for or are going to sign up for, we'll be talking a little bit more about what that includes. But I'm just really excited because the boot camp is something that we haven't done in a long time. So if you end up coming into our Profit by Design Academy coaching program, you're going to experience a full-blown 2 weeks with us, which we haven't done in a while, right? Where we will get to know you even more and better and know your store. And that's where Elka and I will be going in and giving you personalized critiques and reviews and things. And that as an opportunity for you to be part of is just so much above and beyond even the price point of the Profit by Design Academy coaching program, because it's an experience above and beyond what we normally offer. And we're offering it as one of the bonuses, which you'll find out about in our masterclass if you join the Profit by Design Academy coaching program. And so there's some really exciting things coming up in the next couple of weeks for our business in general, our community in general. And then even just that being said, like, Elke and I are going to Mallorca in Spain at the end of this month to do a mastermind in person with our clients who are at the bronze level and want to move up to silver. And so there's things happening, and I mean, there's always things happening with us, but there's a lot of really exciting things that are happening to ramp up, your Zazzle business and get more experience in coaching and mentoring, and then just be part of this community that we've created. And so, and we always just love hearing feedback too. So if there's some reason, like maybe you're on the fence, like even today in the masterclass, we had some people who asked some pretty legitimate questions about time commitment and, what does it entail and all these things. And so if you're thinking of something that's kind of like holding you back, but you don't feel comfortable asking, or you're not going to like say it out loud, we can't help you, unfortunately, right? So, because we can't help you understand, like if you had a question about, time commitment, and that's the reason why you don't want to join, because you're worried that you're not going to be able to take full advantage of the course, like maybe we'll ease your mind with you stating out loud, okay, these are my concerns, and I need help understanding them, and being like confirmation that I'll get 100% of what I'm investing in, right? Because Elke and I, we want you to feel confident that you're investing in a program with us that you'll be able to enjoy and also learn from. And so we always love hearing feedback as well. So that helps us understand you more and also helps us coach you better. And it helps us actually understand everybody as a whole too, because sometimes just people don't come out and say things. And then at the end of the day, they're like, oh, I wish I would have asked that question because then I would have saved so much time and effort, anyway, it's just, that's what I love hearing what people's feedback is. First of all, positive from the course, and then also if we can help make your experience any better with the Profit by Design Academy coaching program, and you're just worried about certain things, we're always available to answer questions because we want to make sure that you feel seen and heard, right?
Yeah. And that's actually why the coaching program is the way it is right now, because initially it's kind of like a trajectory, because initially it was a 7-day course, and I just said, okay, here, you're going to get started in 7 days. I'll teach you what to do. And then they said, well, now that worked, but now I want to make more sales. So then I decided to help by making another course, which would give more, like 30 days of what you need to do in terms of your activities in order to make more sales. And then I go like, well, that worked. So like, let's help us out more. And it kept evolving and it kept evolving. And so at this point too, Zazzle was really evolving. And it started to become more than just like a little 30-day plan, although that's still the premise of our Profit by Design Academy training, is that when you get all the stuff set up, yes, it's going to take you more than 30 days initially, but after you get it set up, you have like a 30-day plan that you repeat. And it's really nice and simple, and it's effective, and it keeps incorporating the 5 strategies every 30 days, even when you only work 20 hours a month, that's the whole point, right? Then all of a sudden you have a life, you've got money coming in, it's profitable, it's fun that you're also earning money. And so everything feels great. And so that's partly what's happened. But now, since Zazzle's gotten better, and it's not just a matter of just uploading clip art or doing some like vintage designs that you put up on, Zazzle's gotten quite sophisticated. But we were already, like Jen and I, we're basically doing that sophisticated work even like 7, 8 years ago, because we were already making a lot of money back then, and it was us that was actually helping to bring more products in the marketplace that were different than just the basic stuff, right? People were uploading just photos or just artwork, and on the photo side, it was a range from anything from National Geographic to something that was like your backyard picture of your fireplace, and they go like, okay, we can put it up and see what sells. But it's gotten a little bit more sophisticated than that, and also the invitation side, the stationery, and the designing has up leveled, and we kind of were part of that experience and also responsible for that experience, because people who started 7 years ago with us, we started teaching them how to design better and how to design to sell. And that's why we've coined the intentional product phrase. It's not that we invented the word, but the intentional product on Zazzle is our like staple, because we understand what it takes to, and we'll talk about that in the mastermind tomorrow, or in the masterclass whenever you join throughout the week. We'll talk to you about how that happens and what that entails. And it just helps you understand that the designing has become a big portion of what is important on the platform. But even if you're not a creative, you can be taught. And that's one of the things we've done and proven with many of our clients that came in and weren't creative at all. And we've worked with them and actually showed them how to, and now they can design something and know that it's going to sell. And if you want to get to that point, then the Profit by Design Academy is actually the first place to start, because 2 of our weekly, monthly coaching calls are designing calls. And so you just get this rapid fire of us showing people how to just kind of change things a little bit here or there, or add something else or take something away. And all of a sudden it becomes a more competitive design that will be more competitive in the marketplace and allow you to sell more. And guess what? We're very good at designing those things, and whatever we do to change the design from what you present to us, if you don't feel like upset that we've just like totally trashed your design, you get to sell it the way we designed it. And I think that in that it's like a little bonus, but what's really important is you get to see how something that you started can be taken to another level, and then all of a sudden, when you try, like when you recreate it, because we don't do it for you in your store, you have to recreate it based on some video, and we're showing you how to change it. It gets you learning, and the practicing gives you that skill set and improves your skill set week by week, which is so cool. And I've seen it like many, many times over and over again as to how these designers that came in and were really struggling with sales have all of a sudden just become incredibly good at like throwing, like it's not throwing, but like delivering on these product designs, and they're like world class. They're definitely competitive with people that are on the other people that are on the marketplace on Zazzle, and you can see it when they start to sell, right?
No, it's very true.
So I don't know how many people are on, and if we have any other comments, but I'm so excited to be able to do these master classes this week. If you haven't signed up, please do. You will learn so much. Yes, we are going to offer you to come into the Profit by Design Academy, but if the mindset is there, and even if you can't afford it, you will learn a lot from the master class, and we will give you actionable takeaway steps. And the most important thing is that if you learn something from that masterclass, even if it's that you don't have everything in place, then we've done our job. And that's what we're here to help you with, is to really get a different perception as to what's possible and where you stand in the process of getting that to happen for you.
Yes. And I hope am I on still line? My computer just froze completely. So I'm,
Okay,
yeah.
well, you're still live, but you're frozen on screen. So, but yes, we can end it from here.
Okay. All right. Well, we will see you all hopefully in the Profit by Design Academy coaching program, and then also in our masterclass. Make sure that you click the link in the description of this video to join for free, and we'll see you there.
Okay, take care.
Bye.
Bye.